Huh?
Wow.
But if we talk about Peyton Talbot is the now, man. Do you ever get tired of talking about John Jones? John Jones this, John Jones that. Like, what are you on about, man? Like, alright, fine. We can make a video talking about how John Jones would be a 5-division world champion. I don't think it's... hold on, management's calling me. Let me pick this up. Creativity and idea sector. How can I help you? I get to talk about Khamzat and Robert Whittaker? Oh yeah, nah, I'm on it right now. What up? It's Shane. I'm finally hyped because Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev are finally fighting this Saturday after mad long. I think they were supposed to fight in June, and Khamzat got sick, so that ended up getting canceled. But we're here. We finally here. Ah! Let me just move over here so I have space. And all right, boom. So I'm gonna come up with 3 things: 2 things I like about the fighter, and 1 thing I might not like about the fighter. Not necessarily like personally, but like, oh, he does this, and I don't like that. He can lose. So let's get it.
Go upstairs and get back to doing what I was doing before. Just hardcore masturbating.
All right, guys, Bobby Knuckles time. If there's 1 thing I can get off the bat, 1 thing that I really like about him is his range, his distance management. Robert Whittaker knows where the fuck he needs to be to hit you and knows where he needs to be to avoid you. That's one of his greatest strengths, and it comes off of him having a karate background. He has such a dynamic range of strikes. He can throw head kicks. He's throwing all types of shit if you watch his fights. And if he needs to, he's got some wrestling too. So he can, I mean, I don't know if he wants to do that with Khamzat, but he can, you know. The next thing that Robert has that I really like about him is the fact that he's gone 5 rounds before, and that's gonna be key because the fact that he knows what it feels like to go to decision and to have to fight a dogfight to get the win is super important because Khamzat has never done that before, so he has that advantage over him already. So those are 2 things I love about Robert Whittaker. Now, 1 thing I absolutely despise about Robert Whittaker is the fact that he has no chin. So Robert Whittaker loves to blitz in, blitz forward. That's kind of his style when he like manages his range. But that could be his downfall because Khamzat is a southpaw striker, and we've seen the southpaw jab give him so many problems. Dricus du Plessis did it, so did Jared Cannonier. So who's to say that Khamzat hasn't looked at this and won't be trying to use it, you know? Right, so with Robert Whittaker, I love his distance management. He can definitely use that against Khamzat. I love the fact that he's been the full 25 minutes before, like lots of times. He can definitely use that against Khamzat. I would like to bet that that's actually the game plan, is to use that against Khamzat. But 1 thing I don't like about Robert Whittaker is the fact that you can hit him and you can knock him down if you're pretty strong, you know? 2 things I like about Robert Whittaker and 1 thing I don't like. So let's move on to Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat, you are proven to be a problem for everybody you're in the octagon with. Who would you like to see next when you step into the octagon?
Everybody. I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
Now it's finally time to talk about Khamzat Chimaev and the 2 things I like and the 1 thing I don't like about him. The easiest thing for me to say would be, his wrestling, which I do love his wrestling. It's fun to watch. It's awesome. But it just adds into what I really want to say, and that's that Khamzat is a really well-rounded fighter. Amazing grappling, literally everything from his takedowns to his transitions, his chain wrestling, his submissions. Like, there's not 1 thing you could talk about Khamzat's grappling and be like, yeah, no, that's ass. But Khamzat can throw hands. He's not no slouch on the feet. And with a great jab from southpaw, you're already coming into this fight with a weapon for Robert Whittaker. Another thing I like about Khamzat Chimaev is his relentless pace. From the first bell, he's going at you with the most intense ferocity, and he wants to finish you right then and there. I would say it's a gift and a curse though, because it kind of adds into the 1 thing I don't like about Khamzat Chimaev. I don't like that he hasn't been 5 rounds before. This will be his first test, which is good. You know, he kind of needs to go 5 rounds if he wants to be a champion. But the fact that Kamaru Usman off, what was it, like 10 days notice off the couch, took him to a split decision. He almost won that fight. If we're being serious, he just started way too slow. I could argue that off a full camp, he wins that fight, let alone the fact that it needed to be 5 rounds for Kamaru to win that. For Kamaru to win that. If this fight is 5 rounds, Kamaru Usman lost that fight because he used a 5-round pace in a 3-round fight. He had him so gassed that he was missing takedown attempts. That just goes to show you, if you can match him and put the same type of pressure he puts on you, you can beat Khamzat. You can tire him out and maybe get a finish in the final round or in the later rounds. I don't know what the game plan is for Rob, but hey man, there's something that's there. All right, now Khamzat Chimaev. 2 things I like and 1 thing I do not like. He's very well-rounded. He's not just a grappler, you know. He can strike with you, you know. He's got that ability. He also pushes you at a crazy pace, a ridiculous pace. He wants to end you right there and then. But that also goes into the fact that he hasn't gone a full 25 minutes before, and his cardio is notoriously bad. So we're going to have to see how this fares for Khamzat, or what his game plan is looking like, or even if maybe his cardio has improved. I'm not sure. We'll see. Fingers crossed, maybe. Looking at this fight, I feel like the smart thing might be to pick Khamzat Chimaev. But honestly, personally, my final prediction, I think Robert is going to take it, honestly. I want him to win. I want him to compete for the belt again. I think he can do it. I think he can beat Khamzat. Because honestly, Khamzat's first fight in middleweight was Kamaru Usman, who isn't a real middleweight. This is a real middleweight. So I feel like, you know, Robert actually might be the one to give him problems. We'll see. I mean, you know, like problems. I don't know. I'm just so excited. My ADHD is off the charts right now. But Robert Whittaker, that's who I'm going with this weekend. Let me know down in the comments who y'all rocking with, man. Who do you guys want to win? Who do you guys think is gonna win? Yeah, really exciting weekend of fights. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching. Like the video, comment, subscribe, or Dana White is coming to your house to tell you how much of the GOAT John Jones is.